Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today our topic is about who makes the policies in Pakistan. That is the second part of diverse public policy and social policy. In this topic, in this lecture, we will cover different kind of policies which are made in Pakistan. Education policy, health policy, family policy, all these policies were discussed in this we'll discuss in this topic in this lecture. So now we will start the first and the most important policy of Pakistan is education policy. So education policy now in Pakistan is overseen by the Federal Minister of Education and the provincial governments, whereas the federal government mostly assist in curriculum development, accreditation, and in the financing of research and development. How it started, if we see in history, different education policies of Pakistan, different education policy through history. So we will see in contents, you'll see in the right side there is a content of previous and the history of social education policies. The first one is the first educational conference held in 1947. After that conference, the next policy of education was National Commission on Education in 1959, and the third national education policy is New Education Policy in 1947. Sorry. And next fourth policy is National Education Policy in 1972, sorry, and the next policy is National Education Policy. After 5 years of 1972, there is a 1979 National Education Policy, and then they will introduce the National Education Policy in 1992. Then the second last policy was a National Education Policy from 1998 to 2010, and there was different educational sector reforms. And now in COVID-19, what is the education policy and who is going to follow it and who is going to implement and take the decisions of these policies? We will see all these factors, all this history and the current condition of education policy in Pakistan. So starts with the first education conference in 1947. So the first national education conference was held at Karachi from November 27th to December 1st, 1947. The first education conference was convened in 1947 in the supervision of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He provided the basic guideline for the future education development. So it was also emphasized to realize the people the sense of honor, integrity and self-services to the nation. The Education Conference 1947 were presented by the Educational Minister of Country and Chairman of Conference Fazlur Rahman. And Fazlur Rahman, the Education Minister of Country, proposed 3 dimensions of education. These dimensions of education was spiritual, social and vocational. The conference formed a number of committees. The number of committees were, like, first was primary and secondary education committee. Then there was second committee was about scientific research committee, and third committee is adult functional committee. Then fourth one is technical education committee. Fifth one is university education committee, and sixth one is the Women's Education Committee. These committees are and the last one is Cultural Relation Committee. The report of committee were shared in November 1947. So all these committees were responsible for about their different categories and different technical, university, adult, cultural, women, scientific research, and primary and secondary education issues and their solutions. So let us start with the Primary and Secondary Education Committee. The Primary and Secondary Education Committee considered it essential that our national system of education should be based on strong foundations of free and compulsory education. It proposed separate pre-primary and primary education stages for the children of the age of 3 to 6 and 6 to 11. So the next committee is for Adult Education Committee. The Committee on Adult Education pointed out that literacy was high at 85% and it at the then rate of increase of literacy in 140 years would be required to get rid of this problem. So it is stated the primary aim of the campaign must not be merely to make adults literate but keep them literate. The report recommended the following stages for the executions of program of adult education. The first 5 years were to be devoted to planning, and the second stage was recruitment of teachers. And after recruiting the teachers, they should train and give training to the teachers about how to handle the adults, how to select the teaching method. All these were discussed in this training program. So in the 6th year of about 50,000 5 lakh persons were to be made literate with an annual increase of 3 lakh thereafter. So the major recommendation of the conference were these 3 recommendations were recommended by the conference. First is the education should be teamed with Islamic values. We are Muslims, so our values and our education should be teamed by with the Islamic values, and the free and compulsory education in Pakistan. So this heading and this recommendation were about to give free and compulsory education in Pakistan. And the third and the last recommendation was emphasize on science and technical education. That is very important. That were very important for our country because in the start in 1947 we were not as educated as the other countries was. So if we look the implementation of this policy was made in 1947, and all these things were introduced, and policy was made, planning, training in and different recommendations was there. So are these policies and are these different strategies are going to be implemented or not? So if we see that time this policy could not be implemented properly due to the increasing number of immigrants and other administrative problem of newborn country that we were faced in the starting in the 1947 when we get the Pakistan. So more or less British colonial system were continued. So this education policy was not implemented. So next, see the National Commission on Education in 1959. The commission was addressed by the President of Pakistan, General Muhammad Ayub Khan, on January 5, 1959. In this commission, compulsory education of 10 years was made, religious education be compulsory, and the equal expansion of boys and girls education was compulsory. So the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act was introduced in 1959 in the National Commission on Education, and the purpose of the compulsory education is to deprive the common people of their common sense. So if we see the recommendation of this commission, of this committee was, so these are the recommendation of commission. First is character building, that is to build a character of this. Every child are going to be to come in school for education. First of all, our first right is to give them a proper way to build their character. So second one is a compulsory primary education. Every citizen of Pakistan has right to get the primary education. And the third is the focus on the science and the technical education, because we were very back in this field, so we have to focus on these terminologies or these recommendation by the commission. And the fourth is the national language as medium of instruction, means every teacher or every one has to follow the national language in a school to instruct or to give them education. Third is a 3-year degree program, and then was elimination of illiteracy. We should eliminate the illiteracy from our country. So seventh recommendation were to establishment of university grants commission. Eighth is examination system should be a combination of internal 25% and external 75% evaluation. In nine recommendation, you can see that the religious education should be introduced in 3 stages. That is, first is compulsory at middle level, second is optional and secondary at secondary level, and the third is research at university level. So these all 3 stages were recommended to introduce in the religious education. So if we say that implementation process of this policy as the national education policy recommendation were useful, but due to the condition of country and the situation of resources, they were not applied well. As well, this policy was not applied well. So next we see the new education policy in 1970. The revised proposal were reviewed by the Committee of Cabinet in the light of implication of the announcement by the President in his address to the nation on November 28, 1969. The new education policy was finally adopted by the Cabinet on March 26, 1970. So the new education policy has following some features. First one was emphasized on ideological orientation, emphasized on science and technology education, decentralization of educational administration, and the eradication of illiteracy, formation of national education twin. So this policy was about to was following the some previous features of national policy and education policy. So in this policy we can see that these science and technology education was derived from the previous policy, and the decentralization of education administration, that was newly introduced in this policy, not in a previous education policies in 1947 or that was not introduced in that. So if we see the implementation of this policy, so look out that. So this policy was also not implemented due to the war with India, separation of East Pakistan, and the collapse of military government. So this policy was not implemented properly as other policies were. So the next policy is education policy in 1972. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto announced a national education policy on 29th March 1972. So there are the silent features of this policy as promotion of ideology of Pakistan, universal education, equality in education, personality development. Fifth as a feature of this policy were curriculum based on its socio-economic needs of society. Sixth is integrated technical and education, science education. Seventh feature was active participation of teachers, student and parents in the education affairs. That this is also following in the current educational system. So eighth feature were the nationalization of educational institutions. So these are the phases that were introduced in that time. The first were the introduced free and universal education up to class 5th for the both boys and girls. First phase October 1972, all public and private schools to provide free education up to the class 8th. And the second phase starting 1947, free education extended up to the class 5. So let us look about these policies, these overall planning and the feature. Are they implemented or not? So this policy was good approach towards betterment, but has many drawbacks due to which it cannot be achieved thoroughly. For example, universal basic education, shift toward agro-technical studies, etc. and etc. Moving to the next education policy, that was National Education Policy of 1979. The silent feature of National Education Policy were introduced by the Minister of Education in October 1978. The draft work plan of policy was presented to the cabinet in December 1978, and the policy was announced in February 1979. In 1979, National Education Conference was held for reviewing the educational system and developing these following aims. The first was fostering loyalty to Islam, the Islam creation of concepts of Muslim Ummah. So this was our right to our responsibility to follow the Islamic values. And the second is the promotion of science and technical education, as it was written in previous education policies. So similarly, they also give the reviewing of the educational system, developing aims, that is the promotion of science and technical education. And the last one is equal opportunity. Equal opportunity means there should not be gender discrimination. So these are the strategies which were suggested to achieve the goals. The first one is the curriculum revision. There should be revision curriculum in the schools, merging madrasas and traditional education both in a one place in a school. And the third one is Urdu as a medium of education. And then fourth one is effective participation of community in literacy program. And the fifth is linked scientific and technical education. And the sixth, separate setup for male and female was introduced in this policy. So the now we'll see the implementation. So let us look the implementation of this policy. This policy was not implemented properly and failed due to the lack of planning and financial resources. So these are the reasons. These are the reasons why we make different and the new policies. Why we introduce the new policies of education, because previous policy when failed to implement, then we introduce the new policies, new strategies to overcome our illiteracy rate. Here is the next policy of education, national education policy in 1992. The national conference was held at Islamabad in April 1991 under the chairmanship of Federal Education Minister. In this conference, scholars, writers, newspaper editors, scientists, teachers, and lawyers proposals for preparing the education policy. The policy framework was discussed by the education minister with the education committee of Senate and the National Assembly. So the policy was properly announced in December 1992. The major aspects, aims, and the goals of this national policy, education policy, are first one is the promotion of Islamic values as the right in silent features of every policy. So the our promotion of Islamic values through education. Second one is improving in women education. Third, a range of general and technical education at secondary level. Fourth one, aim or fourth goal of that National Assembly or national education policy were demand-oriented curriculum, and the fifth aim or a goal of that national education policy was expanded span of graduation and post-graduation. And the sixth one is use of aids promotions private sector to participate in enhancement of literacy. So these were the aim and the major aspects or the goals of the national education policies. But now we'll see similarly the implementation of this policy. So this policy also could not be implemented due to the change in political scenario of this country. So this was also failed. After some years, the new policy was introduced for the education promotion or education system. So let's look at the next national education policy in 1998 to 2010. This national education policy in 1998 to 2010, the Prime Minister advised the Minister of Education to design a new education policy in January 1998. The first revised draft was submitted to the Cabinet on 8th February 1998. The policy was announced in March 1998. So here is on the right side there is a Pakistan literacy rate. There was in the dark blue area was over 70%, and the medium blue was 60 to 70%, 50 to 60%, and below 20 in the administrative tribal area. In KPK we will see that there is a 40 to 50% literacy rate of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in Gilgit, and in Punjab there is a 60 to 70%, and there is very low dark blue area that was over 70%. So these are the areas which shows the literacy rate of Pakistan in 1998 to 2010. So there are the major objective of national education policy were, first one were to make the Quranic principle and Islamic practice an integral part of education system. Second, to achieve universal primary education. Third, to meet the basic educational need of every individual. Fourth, to expand the basic education. So the fifth one was to ensure equal opportunity of higher education. Sixth, laid emphasis on diversification. 7, to make curriculum development on continuous process. 8, to introduce in-service training program for betterment of education. Suggestion for the achievement of above goals were previous goals after they have introduced the new goals, and after giving these goals they give the suggestion for achievement. There are suggestions. First is to diversification of curriculum, expansion and its emphasis on technical and science education as defined before, as written before. And next is upgrading the quality of Deen Madrasas, teacher training program both pre and in service. And the next suggestion was to introduce of new ideas of multiple textbook, development of national testing services, and the introduction of comprehensive monitoring system. Here is some percentage of Punjab, Sindh, KPK and Balochistan literacy rate from 1972 to 2009. In Punjab in 1972 there was 20.7% literacy rate, and in 2009 it was increased to 59%. If we see the Sindh, there is 30.2% in 1972, and in 1981 it was 31.5% only, 1.3% was increased, and in 2009 it was increased to 59%. So similarly KPK 15.5% to 50%, that was very big jump of the KPK region. Okay, the next is the Balochistan, that is 10% to the in 1972, and in 1998 it was 26.6%, and in 2009 that was 45%. These are educational sector reforms 2005 to 2010. The different sector reforms are this originated from the policy of 1998 to 2010 and focuses on development of human resources. So the existing education policy was announced in 2009, and the major thrust area of ESR are as follow: free and universal primary education, free textbooks, equal access to opportunity of learning, improving all aspects in the quality education. Fifth one is introduction of new educational curricula, development of training, learning resources and the materials. Seventh is offering incentives for private sector. Eighth, introduction of computer courses at all levels. And the ninth is the strengthening of research in higher education. 10th is a grant for affiliation of madrasas. 11th, the allocation of for education would be 7% of national GDP by 2015. The literacy rate will be enhanced to 86% by 2015, and a bachelor degree with a B.Ed shall be the minimum requirement for the teaching at elementary level, and the master degree for the secondary and the higher secondary with a B.Ed shall be ensured by 2018. So ultimate objectives of Pakistan education policies were to minimize the literacy rate. So they improve in 2009 to in 2092 to 2009, and in 2009 the literacy rate was 57%, and in 2015 it was 80%. So is this possible to improve more? And currently the current situation of Pakistan, that is very critical to enhance the education policies and to follow these terms, conditions and strategies. So we have to change our education policy strategies to overcome that specific condition. Current education in Pakistan, Article 25A of Constitution of Pakistan obligates the state to provide free and compulsory quality education to the children of the age groups 5 to 16 years. So the state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of age of 5 to 16 in such a manner as may be determined by law. So the education system in Pakistan is generally divided into 6 levels. That is the preschool level for age from 3 to 5 years. Then there is a primary level, grades 1 through 5, and next level is a middle level grade 6 through 8. 6th, 7th, 8th, 3 classes are included in the middle level. In at higher level, the grades 9 and 10 leading to the secondary school certificates or SSC, and then is intermediate, the grades 11 and 12 leading to a higher secondary education certificate and HSSC, and the last one is the university programs leading to the undergraduates and the graduates degrees. The literacy rate, if we see, the literacy rate ranges from 85% in Islamabad to 23% in the district, and the literacy rate vary regionally, particularly by the gender. In tribal areas, female literacy rate is still 9.5%, while Azad Kashmir and Azad Jammu and Kashmir has literacy rate of 74%. So moreover, English is a fast spreading in Pakistan, with more than 92 million Pakistanis having a command over the English language. On top of that, Pakistan produces about 4,45,000 university graduates and 80,000 computer science graduates per year. Despite these statistics, Pakistan still has one of the lowest literacy rate in the world and the second largest out of the school population after Nigeria. So in this condition, the coronavirus and during the COVID-19, the nation launched educational television channels, teleschools. Teleschools is programmed with the lesson for kindergarten through high school. Each grade has 1 hour of course material broadcast per day. So the teleschools instructions videos are in Urdu and English, Pakistani official languages, and the languages used for the country national curriculum. So the Minister of Education is also trying to develop into instructional programming for radio, since teleschool isn't available to the nation poorest families. So there is also another way, they are finding out the other way to overcome this situation. And in universities, as you are taking online lectures, online YouTube channel lectures, or another way, as that was not happened in the previous 2030 or any year or era in Pakistan, or any era in the previous history of Pakistan. So that is the current policy of Pakistan, education policy of Pakistan, to convert the these educational element to the television channels, teleschools, or launched different programs to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic.